person that's meant to protect you and save you and guide you looks just like you.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Do this right here. That's what wool feels like. So it's telling you that Jesus Christ got white
Woolly hair, meaning he got hair just like y'all. This. So we got all these young kids sitting right here, right? So let me ask y'all a question, right? Y'all can see from there?
Can y'all see? Who is this a picture of? Who said that? Raise your hand. You said that's God. Who else said it's God? You said it's God too? You said it's God too? Oh man, all right. So what about this picture? Who is this a picture of? So both of these are God? Uh-oh, do both of these people look alike? They look different, right?
Bring it out.
So they're not the same person.
Bring it out.
You see what I'm saying? So this picture, raise your hand if you look like this picture.
Okay. Now raise your hand if you look like this picture.
That's right.
That's right. This who I think y'all look like. Y'all look more like this picture.
That's right.
Right? Because what color person is this person?
He's black.
That's right.
So we're going to show you, according to the Bible, who this is actually showing a picture of.
That's right.
All right? Give me that.
Give me that in Revelations.
Revelations chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
So it said the man that we showing a picture of, he had hair on his head and hair on his face, meaning he had a beard.
Right.
He had a beard. It was white in color, but it felt like something. It felt like wool, right? How many of y'all know what wool feels like? All right, everybody raise your hand.
Do this. Take your hand. There we go. Do this right here. That's what wool feels like.
That's right.
That's woolly hair right there.
Right.
All right? So it's telling you that Jesus Christ got white.
Woolly hair, meaning he got hair just like y'all. Keep reading.
As white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
It said his eyes were as a flame of fire. So y'all got uncles, y'all got aunties, y'all got grandmama and them, right? When they have something in their cup, they drink that little cup, and it turns the whites of their eyes red, right? Show them that real quick in Genesis.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 12. His eyes shall be red with wine.
Red with wine, meaning Jesus Christ, he drank wine. So that's why the whites of his eyes turn red, just like grandmama and them, uncle and them, all of them.
That's right.
All right, now go back to Revelations, because we got to show these young kids exactly what Jesus Christ looked like. Give me that.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
All right, I see the young princess right there. She got
Flip-flops on, right?
That's right.
So everybody see her feet. Everybody looking at her feet. Are her feet the same color as the rest of her body? Is her face burned also? So whenever you see somebody's feet, that tells you what color the rest of their body is. Read that part again.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
meaning his feet, Jesus Christ's feet, had the same color as brass.
That's right.
So brass is the color of a penny. The color of a penny is brown. How many of y'all over there got brown skin? Raise your hand.
Y'all all got brown skin. Y'all see that? So it's telling you that Jesus Christ also has the same skin color.
That's right.
So this picture is not a picture of God.
Right.
This picture is a picture of the devil.
That's right.
That's exactly what it is. The person that's meant to protect you and save you and guide you looks just like you.
That's right.
Meaning you don't have to look up to nobody that look like this. All right? So let me ask y'all this. How many of y'all got grandparents or aunties or somebody that take care of you? How many of y'all got that? Y'all got that? So how do y'all show that y'all love your parents? You supposed to do what? You supposed to be good, right? You said, I ain't even hear that last part. But let me show y'all something, right? Well, you ain't got to always hug on them. That's nice, but you ain't always got to do it like that, right? But y'all brought up a very good point. Y'all said you got to be good, right? Also, Abishai, let's show what is good according to the scriptures. Because y'all are right. You have to be good, and that's how you show your parents that you love them. Give me that. Romans chapter 7, verse 12.
Romans chapter 7 and verse 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just, and good.
So the Bible's telling you that God's law, statutes, and commandments, meaning all the things that you can find in the Bible, that's what's good. That's how you be good. So to be showing your parents that you love them, you got to be keeping God's commandments. You get that? She's excited over there, right? Give me that.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
So if you want to live a long, good life, you got to make sure that you're showing honor and respect to your parents. That means if they ask you to do something, what you supposed to do? You're supposed to do it, right? That's exactly what you're supposed to do. So we're going to show you exactly how you be good. And we're going to show you the benefit of you being good for your parents. What's your names?
My name is Alwyn Ryan. My name is Zion. My name is
All praises. Give me that. Chapter 3.
Ecclesiastes.
All praises. All praises. All right, y'all listen up. We're going to teach y'all something. Give me verse 1.
Ecclesiasticus of the Apocrypha, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children.
So it's basically saying, hey, listen to your father. Y'all kids over there, y'all listen to your father. Up here, we are y'all spiritual fathers. We over here just being father figures. Because y'all might not have a daddy in the home. But the men that y'all see up here in purple and gold, we're going to give you the same advice that a father would give to a child.
That's right.
You understand? Read.
Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter, that ye may be safe.
You got to do exactly what the Most High God commands you to do, right? Because we already established that the Most High God looks just like you. It's not enough to just understand that he looks like you. It's to understand that he's requiring you to do something. Keep reading.
For the Lord hath given the father, for the Lord hath given the father honor over the children, and hath confirmed the authority of the mother over the sons.
So let me ask y'all this. How many of y'all got a father in the home? How many of y'all know your daddy?
Bring it out.
Oh, all y'all know your daddy, all right? How many of y'all know your mama? All right. So what it's basically saying is God has put them above y'all, meaning everything that they tell y'all to do, they're in charge of you.
That's right.
So if they're in charge of you, that means you have to do exactly what they're telling you to do. That's how you stay safe. That's how you stay off the streets. Because there's a lot of people, it's a saying that they say in the South. It's called jumping off the porch. Now, if somebody say that to you, oh, you done jumped off the porch, that means you going the wrong way. That's when your parents stop dealing with you.
That's right.
That's when you've been thrown to the world. That's why a lot of our people out here, they got to sell drugs. They join all types of gangs and stuff like that. They end up getting locked up because they hopped off the porch instead of doing what their parents told them to do.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Read.
Whoso honoreth his father maketh an atonement for his sins.
How many of y'all do bad stuff? How many of y'all have ever did something bad? Oh, everybody ain't gonna tell on themselves. They're like, nope.
Bring it out.
How many of y'all ever stole something before?
No, me.
You ain't never took a piece of candy or something like that? Okay, now she telling the truth. I can deal with that. She telling the truth. How many of y'all ever told a lie?
To my friend.
You said what?
You've told a lot to your friends, right? Are we supposed to do that? No. So basically what the scripture is telling you is by you listening to your parents,
It'll make up for that. So if you were supposed to get in trouble for something like that, that means it's going to make up for it. You simply taking the time to honor your parents. They might ask you to wash the dishes. How many of y'all wash dishes? I know all y'all can't reach the sink, but it's all good. It's all good.
y'all gotta take the trash out, you might have to pick your toys up, all that type of stuff. Those are different things that your parents are gonna tell you, and those are the things that you gotta continue to listen to. Keep reading.
And he that honoreth his mother is as one that layeth up treasure.
It's laying up a treasure.
Because y'all don't know this yet. Because y'all young. But your mama, typically, she'll do anything for you.
Bring it out.
A lot of people don't realize that. Your mama will go to war for you and back because she loves you. But by you making sure that you doing what's right, she's going to make sure she take care of y'all. She'll give you her last, typically.
Right.
But only if you're going to be respectful to her.
Right.
Keep reading.
Whoso honoreth his father shall have joy of his own children.
So how many of y'all, one day y'all plan on having kids? How many of y'all want to have kids one day?
She raised 2 hands.
That's right.
Right? So one day, when you have your kids, you gonna want your kids to act good. You don't want to have to deal with bad kids.
Right.
So if you're a good kid now, chances are the Most High might bless you and you have good kids later.
Right.
And make it easier for you to be a parent at that point.
Because you ain't got to worry about picking them up from jail. You ain't got to worry about them doing X, Y, Z. You ain't got to worry about none of that type of stuff. Because you raised them properly. Read.
And when he maketh his prayer, he shall be heard.
So when you pray to the Most High God, he's actually going to be listening to you.
That's right.
Because a lot of times we think that the Most High God is hearing our prayers. But as long as we're being bad, as long as we ain't doing what he tell us to do, he ain't going to listen to us.
That's right.
Give me that in John. John chapter 9, verse 31. John chapter 9, verse 31. Because we're going to prove that. My sister right there with the blue shirt on, I seen you over here listening too.
Do you think that God hears us if we're not doing what we're supposed to do? You said no. You said he hears all? He sees all. That is correct. That's why we got to make sure we come correct when we come ready to talk to him. You got to think about it, right? At work. Exactly. That's why we got to improve how we move him.
My sister right here, I was bringing out a point, right? If you be bad, I'm sorry, I'm talking to some kids. If you sin, you think the Most High God gonna be hearing you when you pray? Yeah. You think so, right? I know. You know for a fact. All right, let me show you something. Give me that.
John chapter 9 and verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
Wait a minute. What's your name, sis? Tanya. So what the scripture just said? It said he heareth not sinners, right? Meaning if you're in the midst of sin, the Most High God's not dealing with your prayers. You ever wonder like, dang, I've been praying about this all this time and ain't nothing shaking. Like what's really going on? You really say that. But you got to stop and realize. For example, you got a boss, right? You got a job? You got a job, right? So you on your job and you stealing boxes on your day off.
Right.
Everybody seen Friday before. You stealing boxes on your day off. You stealing all the stapler supplies. You don't clock in on time. If you go to ask your boss for a raise, you think your boss gonna give you that? No. Why?
Because you late and you stealing.
And you don't deserve it. The same as the Most High God. You think he giving us life and breath and all this opportunity just for us to waste it on being bad and disobedient to him?
No. What is sin?
What is sin? It's so exactly that. Matter of fact, you know what sin is? You don't know what sin is? All praise. We're going to show you.
1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law.
It's basically telling you that sin is any time that we break God's laws. What are God's laws? Where can you find them? In the Bible, right? How many times have you been told what day the Sabbath day is on? What day is the Sabbath day on? You see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody ever, that's not correct. You see what I'm saying? So God's laws, anytime we go against that, we're in the midst of sin. Thus, anytime we're going to Most High God in prayer, he ain't even hearing us because we're already being disobedient, right? So I'm going to show you the Sabbath day, and I'm going to show you about something that you got on, all right? Yeah, finish it up.
For sin is the transgression of the law.
So it's basically confirming exactly what sin is. Because a lot of times, I grew up in the church. So I would always ask, what is sin? And people would be like, pastors would be like, anytime you don't do what the Lord asks you. I was like, Most High ain't actually talked to me. So like, what I'm listening to? Like, what am I supposed to be actually doing? You see what I'm saying? Give me that about the Sabbath day, and then go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 18.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
It said, remember the Sabbath day. Remember the Sabbath day. Meaning at one point in time, we was going to forget exactly when the Sabbath day was. Or somebody was going to come with a different doctrine and tell you that it's on a different day. But we're going to prove, according to the scripture, exactly what day it's on. You good, Exodus.
6 days shalt thou labor, and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So my sister, Tanya, right? Tanya, right? So what's the first day of the week? You got a phone on you? Pull your phone out real quick. I'm going to do the exact same thing so I can show you exactly. We looking at the exact same thing, right? Because your phone, your calendar can't be no different from mine, correct? Give me that. So my sister right here, Tanya, I got you right here. All right? So you looking at the calendar, right? What does it say the first day of the week is? Sunday, right? All right. So you believe it, right? You believe that Sunday is the first day of the week, correct? All right. Read that part again.
But the seventh day, Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So if the first day is Sunday, is that the seventh day? So can the first day be the Sabbath? No. So the seventh day of the week is Saturday. So what day is the seventh day on? Saturday.
Right.
So that's the day that you got to keep holy. That's the day that you got to keep separate. But over time, we lost track of that. During slavery, we was given Sunday to worship. That's what other nations do. But as for us as a people, the Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we supposed to keep the Sabbath day holy.
That's right.
And it start with us knowing what day it start on. Finish that out so we can show exactly what we can't do, and then we're going to show her about crosses.
In it, thou shalt not do any work.
You like having a day off? You had to think about that. Everybody out here appreciates a day off. If people could go to work one day out the week, I guarantee we would. But God gives you a mandatory day off. That's on the Sabbath day. So on the Sabbath day, you ain't supposed to do no work. You ain't supposed to go to work nowhere. That's the day you relax and congregate amongst like-minded people. Right? Keep reading.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So if you got a business or you got kids, you can't put them to work. You can't be like, well, today I'm keeping the Sabbath, but y'all go to work.
Bring it out.
You can't do that, all right? So whenever you supposed to be off on the Sabbath day, they supposed to be off too.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.